All right, let's just dive right in. We've all been there, right? You walk out of a conference room, or you click that leave meeting button on a video call, and instead of feeling like you got something done, you're just hit with this wave of, well, confusion. That's the feeling we're going to tackle head-on today.
It's that sinking feeling, isn't it? You just spent an entire hour talking, debating, maybe even brainstorming, but at the end, you're left thinking, what was the point of all that? It's a feeling pretty much everyone has had, and honestly, it's a massive waste of time and energy.
I like to call this the post-meeting fog. It's this thick cloud of uncertainty where all these critical questions are just floating around. What did we actually agree on? Is Sarah handling that, or am I supposed to? Are we even aiming for the same goal anymore? When this fog rolls in, progress just stops. But what if there was a way to just blow it all away, instantly?
Well, there is. And no, it's not some complicated new software or a super tedious process. It's a simple, incredibly powerful tool that works like a map to get you out of that fog. It's the Minutes of Meeting, or MOM for short.
So, what is this thing exactly? To put it simply, it's the official story of your meeting, all written down. It's not just a random collection of notes someone scribbled. No, it's the single source of truth that says, here's what we talked about, and here's what we decided. It makes sure everyone walks away on the exact same page.
And this right here is the mindset shift we all need to make. Taking minutes isn't some boring chore you pawn off on the newest person on the team. It's the act of creating a shared map, a guide that makes sure your entire team is heading to the same destination together. Okay, so if the MOM is our map, what's it made of? What are the essential parts that make it a guide you can actually trust? Let's break down its anatomy. So every good map needs clear coordinates, right? First, you've got the basic details. Date, time, topic. That's your little "you are here" dot. Then you've got the attendees list. That tells you who's on the journey with you. The decisions made, those are the crucial landmarks you've already passed. And finally, the action items? Well, that's the route itself. That's your path forward.
And let's be absolutely clear about this. Action items are the most important part of the entire map. Without them, you've basically just written down a nice conversation. But with them, you've created a real plan. You've turned all that talk into actual direction. The most powerful action items boil down to a super simple three-part formula. First, what needs to be done? And be specific. Second, who is responsible for getting it done? And third, when is it due? This little what, who, when recipe is the engine that drives accountability. It leaves zero room for confusion.
Okay, theory is great and all, but let's see how this map actually works in the real world. We're going to follow a team on their journey as they use a MOM to plan out a whole project.
Whoa, okay. Don't worry about trying to read every word on this slide. This is just a full example of a MOM, and we're going to break it down piece by piece. The main thing to see here is how a team took this kind of vague idea, hey, let's build a new website, and used this one document to turn it into a concrete plan. Now, let's follow the key steps they took.
So let's trace their path, okay? They started with a super clear objective. Then they reached some key landmarks. They made solid decisions about the platform and the timeline. Boom, done. And from those decisions, they plotted their route forward with a crystal clear action plan. See how the map just gives their whole journey structure? And here is that beautiful action plan up close. Just look at that clarity. Sarah knows exactly what she has to do and that it's due by week 2. Jamal knows he's got until week 5 to get the content done. There's none of that awkward, oh, I thought you were doing that business. And that status column? That's their GPS, tracking their progress along the route. It's just so simple and effective, isn't it? So here's the bottom line. That meeting took them from a broad goal, let's build a website, to a concrete, actionable, and totally trackable plan. That right there is the transformative power of a well-documented meeting. That is the power of a good map. All right, now it's your turn. You've seen the map, you've seen the journey, so how do you become the master navigator for your own team? Let's get into the simple rules for creating the perfect map every single time. Okay, first, be clear and concise. A map cluttered with junk is totally useless. Remember, this isn't a word-for-word transcript of the meeting. Second, stay relevant. Just capture the big stuff, the key decisions, and the path forward. Third, use action language. Start your tasks with strong verbs. Not, the theme needs to be selected, but finalize website theme. It's direct, it's powerful. And finally, be prompt. A map's no good if you get it after the trip is over. Send it out within 24 to 48 hours while it's all still fresh in everyone's minds. And you know what? That's really it.
It's not complicated, but it is so powerful. By following these simple rules, you have the ability to pretty much single-handedly get rid of that post-meeting fog. You can be the person who hands out the map that leads your team straight from confusion to clarity.
So, the only question left is, which meeting is it going to be? Which conversation will you be the one to transform into a clear, actionable plan? Take a look at your calendar for tomorrow. Your first opportunity to be the navigator is waiting right there.